Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. We will be releasing this episode on New Year's Eve, so just going to be just a little bit early. But we're back with another episode of the FallBall Fellas. Are going to start with college football like normal, then go into the NFL and all those playoff situations, maybe chat fantasy briefly, but Hunter's segment may be coming to an end, so we do need a new idea if he can't come up with one. So drop some in the comments in the next episode. You guys have been awesome with views, by the way, the last few podcasts. So keep that up. Keep watching our videos. Keep doing your thing. Now, college football. We don't have a lot that's happened since we released this last episode on Christmas Eve. We've just had some bowl games here and there. So we're not going to go into our FallBall Five quite yet because we're going to talk playoffs in a little more depth when we get there. But I do actually want to go over our FallBall Five from last week. So most of us had a really bad week when it came to picks. Burnsy was actually the only one to go positive. Hunter, Phil, and I all went 2 and 3. Burnsy, I think you went 4 and 1 on your picks.
Let's go, Burnsy.
Let's go.
He was the only one to pick Virginia and Houston.
Yes, sir.
I should say Virginia or Houston. He was the sole person on both sides of those games.
I would like to just call out the Penn State fan, Noah, chose Clemson.
Yeah, wrong side of that the entire way. Clemson was horrendous. Penn State's defense showed up to play that entire game. I do want to go on to actually, we'll just go in depth on Penn State right now since that's part of the FallBall Five. I watched this entire game from start to finish. Clemson could not do anything. They were dropping balls like crazy. The weather, I think, was like mid-20s when it kicked off. So, Clemson couldn't do much of anything. Penn State really couldn't in that first half. I think they ended at, 6-3? Penn State was winning?
At halftime.
Yeah, and then Grunk started getting some things going. He passed for over 250 in the game. This Quentin Martin?
Something like that.
Yeah, Quentin Martin ran for over, I think, 100 yards. I'm not going to double check that. But, Penn State's got some good youth guys. And then in other big news, so for those of you that don't know, obviously we got Matt Campbell. He brought his OC Taylor Mouser with him. We did just hire our DC D'Anton Lynn from USC. He, if you check their side-by-side of the year before he got there versus I think his second year, both defenses that he's helped have improved by like 50 spots in the FBS. So definitely going to be able to bring some stuff there. I think we've lost some of the dead weight as well with our coordinators. Knowles sucked this year. Kotelnicki's been horrible for 2 seasons. We lost Danny O'Brien, our QB coach. Good riddance. Our defensive line coach just went to South Carolina. Good riddance. Our defensive line actually got torched in development. Like, obviously, we still send guys to the NFL, but we had 2 or 3 guys on our defensive line that were projected top 2-round draft picks, torched their draft stock this year. And then I did just see we kept our special teams coordinator. I think it was Lustig is his last name. I'm not a big knower of all of our coordinators, but our special teams has been awesome the last few years as well. And then Terry has stayed. Now,
yeah, that's big.
Boys, did you hear about who we've kept so far? You sent a text earlier. We're keeping our tight end 1. We're keeping 2 offensive line fringe starters as well. Donko and Cooper Cousins are both going to stay on the O-line. And a bunch of guys from Iowa State have hit the portal to the point where they have 15 guys left on their roster. 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's tough, man.
Penn State's going to reload. Quite frankly, bold take, I think they could still make the playoffs next year. 10-2 is very much in the realm.
I think they could too.
I'm excited. Yeah. We've needed a workaround, so I would even be okay with one more year of us not making the playoffs next year as long as we kind of look like we're on the up and up. I'm okay with that, with a new coach coming in, new coaching staff. Like you said, I mean, we've got big changes coming in, although with a lot of Iowa players and the Iowa offensive coordinator coming with Matt Campbell, I think that'll keep some chemistry going, so we won't look like total newbies going in there with no chemistry. But, I mean, if we make playoffs next year, I'll be a very happy human being.
The schedule sets up very nicely. Avoiding
I
Ohio
haven't even
State.
looked at our schedule
we
yet.
avoid Ohio State, Oregon, and Indiana.
Yeah. One thing I'll say about the bowl game and everything, obviously, it was a great game. I thought we played well. Dude, I'm so happy for Terry Smith, man. Like, you see in the post-game interview how much it means to him to get this win. He said it was like one of the best days of his life. He said, like, this dude is a Penn Stater through and through. Like, he loves this university. And he loves the players, which I think will help us maintain a lot of these players going into next year. And honestly, Terry Smith is a big reason why I think our rebuild and reload will be like it'll go through so fast. Honestly, I'm real happy with Terry Smith staying, especially. I got big hopes for Penn State in the future.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic that he stayed on staff. I did not want him at head coach, so I think we actually got the best of both worlds there. We got a proven winner and a guy that can keep the team together. Now, my big question for Penn State for next year: keep Grunkemeyer, or do we get Rocco Becht from Iowa State and start him? Now, Becht, I'll say, Hunter, just to catch you up, Becht has been the starter for Iowa State for 3 seasons now, I believe.
Yeah, at least two or three.
He's led them. They went to the Big 12 championship game last year and lost to Arizona State.
Well, they lost to Cam Scatterbo.
Yeah, Cam Scatterbo and Sam Levitt.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's had some success. Well, I should say a lot of success in the Big 12 and as a college quarterback. Would you rather have Grunkemeyer, who's been starting to prove himself and knows Penn State through and through right now, or get Matt Campbell's proven guy at quarterback?
Let me throw you a little curveball. Bring back Bo.
He's in the portal.
Bring back Bo. I wanted Bo over Aller. I was very vocal about it. Bring back Bo.
I don't think I've seen a crystal ball prediction. I could very well see Bo going to Tech.
Yeah. Listen,
Bo wants to be a Penn Stater. Bring him back.
Grunkemeyer's only a freshman, right?
He's a
red shirt.
He's a redshirt freshman. He played last year a little bit, but he redshirted.
Grunk, I thought, looked great to end the season, and it's tough because I know Campbell's going to want to bring in. I would assume Rocco Becht is going to be on Penn State.
Yeah.
So the question is, does Grunk stay? Because Beck's going to be a senior.
Yeah.
And maybe Grunk just is the backup for a year, and then it's his job to lose the following year.
Do you think
it's going to be interesting to watch? I think we have options, which is a good thing.
The thing with not with Becht, I think saying that Becht is our quarterback next year is probably a good assumption. The thing with Grunk, though, how much do you think he's going to be getting offered in the portal to go to some other teams after what he showed the last 7 weeks? Like, he showed promise in the 3 games we lost. Like, he didn't do that bad, and it was also through the hardest games to play.
But what teams are going to be offering Grunk? Like, he's not going to be getting offers from a top 25 team. He's going to be getting offers from a top 40 team, maybe.
He could get some decent offers, I think.
I don't think top 25. I'd say top 40, not top 25. But I mean, I think
that line is fine. The line between 25 and 40 is like razor thin. So I know what you're saying. It's let's say like top 15 team, because 25, 15 or 16 through 40 is like that close in college.
I think Penn State. I think for his development, it'd be smarter for him to stay, live under Becht for a year, and then finish out his senior year with Penn State. I mean, he's already got a little bit of experience with us. He was back up to Aller, came in after Aller got injured. I mean, I don't know. I think personally, I think that's his smartest decision, unless he gets like a good team to come after him, which
he could.
Is possible, but I don't think he's
around
getting
$1 million.
a top 15.
Yeah, I think he could command around $1 million in today's market for a team. So Penn State, with how much it sounds like we're going to spend, I think they could afford to keep him, especially for that like future plan. If you see this guy being the quarterback for 2 more seasons, so smart investment for sure. So let's go through.
But I do want to talk real quick about Penn State's schedule next year. The Temple Penn State rivalry. I know Penn State's unrivaled. It's actually one of my least favorite things about Penn State that they say that, because we clearly have rivals.
They say that because no one wants to claim that they're our rival.
Yeah. Temple, last time Penn State played Temple won 2016. They're bringing it back this year. I'm excited for that game. My family is all Temple people, so
we going to the game.
We're going to Philly. We're gonna go
What's
to
in Temple.
We're going to the Link, baby. We're gonna go watch.
Temple plays at Lincoln Financial.
Yeah, I think their contract's coming to an end soon, but
no
as
kidding.
of right now, Temple rents out the Link and plays their games there. Let's go watch Penn State. Their tickets are dumb cheap. Like, I'm talking $5.
Well,
so,
Temple is terrible.
Yeah.
They almost
I
lost their
think we
football
should go
program
watch
2 years ago.
Yeah, I think we should go watch Penn State whoop Temple.
That'd be a fun game to go to.
Absolutely, go tailgate out in the parking lots. Feel like I guess
they have a good lot to tailgate into on it. Yeah. I don't know if Noah, if you've ever been to
Xfinity Live.
I've seen fun videos.
Xfinity Live. The spot.
I've been there before.
Besides that, looking at their schedule, 10-2 is very possible next season. Very possible.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this more in the offseason. I'm curious to see if Whittingham and Underwood click well together, because Whittingham's a very old-fashioned coach, and Underwood just got handed like $8 million before he ever played a game in college. So we'll see how that goes. That was an interesting hire. I don't want to harp too much on it because we do have the entire offseason. Now, going back into the FallBall Five picks, as we said, Bernsey, Virginia upsetting the Missouri team that was without Bo Pribula, who did enter that transfer portal. Ugly game. I think it was like 13-7. Just disgusting type of game. Houston won a barn burner against LSU. That was very back and forth the entire time. LSU was playing its like second or third string quarterback, with Nussmeier going to the NFL draft. North Texas took care of business against San Diego State. Nothing to write home about there. But I think by far the highest scoring bowl game that we've seen. That was like 48-46 or something around those lines. Yeah, crazy game. And then the one with probably the most hype, I'd say, around it, the Pop-Tart Bowl. Really, really entertaining game here between Georgia Tech and BYU.
Yeah.
Mormons pulled through. And guys, do you know what's happening next?
No.
No guesses on what's happening next?
No, I'm lost.
Okay. All right, whatever. It is now time for 98 yards with the fellas. Drive of the week. BYU.
Great co-host you have now. Great co-host.
It sucks, man. It sucks. BYU enters the fourth quarter down 21-10. They had just blocked a field goal attempt by the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. They go down the field, score a touchdown. And with under 2 minutes left, a sick last name, by the way, DeMoney, 4-yard rush touchdown. A 4-minute drive, I believe, off the top of my head. I didn't write that down. But they scored with under 2 minutes left to take the lead for good. Georgia Tech ends up converting a long fourth down play to keep the game alive. And then everyone's Lord and Savior, Haynes King, throws an ugly interception in the end zone. 4 straight passes, cannot find his wide receiver. And the Mormons pull through.
Yep. I think that was my only loss. That was my only loss of the weekend.
It was a heck of a game, though, to be fair. Both teams were firing on all cylinders. There was a lot of miscues from this. Did you guys see the flying scissor kick fumble?
I did not.
So if you want to right now, you can go ahead and do it. But one of BYU's guys, and this is Georgia Tech was driving when they were up 11. This is real early in the third, and they're about to score a touchdown. Like, all momentum's pointing that way. BYU's player gets cut block, and he gets flipped upside down. He swipes his leg down, and it causes a fumble. His leg kicked straight down on the football, and it was a legal play.
I think I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball gets knocked back like 20 yards, so it did save BYU from giving up points, although they didn't score on that drive. But, yeah, one of the crazier plays that I've ever seen in my life. Now, I did want to ask a general question to you boys because I was curious about it. Is there any excitement around bowl season as a whole anymore? Or, like, what should we do with these bowl games? Should we still keep these around for the teams? I know, like, we can talk about NCAA and all these TV sponsorship deals ruined bowl games to begin with because they bought out the rights to the Rose Bowl, Peach Bowl, all those things. Like, is bowl season just a joke now? Should we just stop caring? Should we remove these bowls? Should these guys should their careers just be done when the 12th game's over?
I would, for the players wise, I wish that the bowls meant what they used to. I mean, I remember back at, like, and I didn't watch college football, but just growing up, like, I remember, people talking about how, like, oh, bowl season, like, let's get excited for it. NIL's ruining it. Players sitting out is ruining it. If they want to keep bowls worth it, and they have to make something valuable out of them, or force players to play in them. Now, I understand if you're getting drafted into the NFL, I would want to sit out too. Why risk the injury? That makes total sense to me. But that's why bowl games are not as exciting unless they're the college playoffs, because they don't matter to anything. They don't matter to anyone. And the only guys that are playing are usually second stringers, unless, your team doesn't have anyone that's going to the draft.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, the playoff, with how many teams are in the playoff now, it does ruin bowl games. I think there should be some sort of, I don't know, if you're a sponsor for these bowl games, put up $1 million these teams decide how it's split. You split them amongst the kids. If all these kids get like what, $50,000 a piece for these wins, I feel like that would maybe entice them to play in them. Yeah. There's got to be something that these the sponsors of these bowl games can put up to make them worthwhile, to make all the kids play in them. There's got to be something.
So it's funny you said that. They made a tournament in, I think it's called the Players Era in college basketball. It's this Las Vegas run tournament that I think you play like 2 qualifiers. Now, what's funny about it is you can go 2-0, but the teams that score the most go to like the higher round games, like fighting first, second, third, fourth. If I'm not mistaken, I think the first place game was for $2 million for the team and NIL.
Oh, that's what
I was going to get at, is make it either money for the players or NIL money for the school, something that is incentivized for it.
Yeah. Or like what they do with college basketball with that, like the NIT tournament.
Yeah.
Like do another playoff with the 12 of the following 12 teams after the original playoff, the next 12 best. Make another tournament for that. There's got to be some way we could spice this up where these bowl games matter more.
Been a lot of conversation about the route that all these things are going, like where conference championship games might not even be a thing anymore, with how like teams opting out of it if they end up being right on the fringe of the college football playoff, and like opting out of that game. Like you don't have to go play in that game. Now they might just get left out if they decide not to play it, but the sport as a whole has turned into money, like everything has. Obviously college football is a business. The bowls got ruined when they bought out the New Year's Six bowl games, because teams that didn't make the playoff were still able to go to the New Year's Six bowl games, which were huge deals. Like the Rose Bowl in Pasadena is one of the best bowl games that's ever been created. And it was always between a Pac-12 team and a Big 12 or Big 10 team. And there was so much history and culture behind it. And now it's just a random playoff game. Like there's not as much fanfare for it. Now, they still try to put teams in it that match up with those conferences, so I understand that. But like the Rose Bowl this year is Alabama versus Indiana. You'd never have an SEC team in the Rose Bowl. So,
it's close. I think the final year that the Rose Bowl was not in the playoff, I believe, was when Penn State played Utah, if I'm remembering that correctly, right?
I think it was, because was the year before the one Stroud and Jackson Smith and Jigba went off, or was that the year after?
I think so. I think that was the year before, and then the following year was whoever was backing up Cam Rising, and it was Sean Clifford, who was the quarterback.
No, yeah. Cam Rising played in that game.
Oh, I think he got hurt in that game. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know, but
no, that makes sense. Okay, so it was Ohio State versus Utah the year before, and then Penn
State. And Sean Clifford played in that game, and I remember, like, we weren't in the playoff. I think that was when it was a 4-team playoff. And I remember watching that game as a fan of Penn State and us being in that Rose Bowl. And I was, like, actively invested into that game. Like, I wanted us to win that game because the Rose Bowl meant that much. And even now with the Rose Bowl being one of the playoff games, I think the Rose Bowl needs to be the national championship. I feel like that's
it's just the national championship game. It's not even a standard bowl game now.
The national championship needs to be the Rose Bowl, because I feel like that has always been the bowl game that you want. Like, means the most. Like, their tradition behind it all is just. I love the Rose Bowl.
They make too much money off these stadiums and the people that own them bidding their stadiums out for it. They make way too much money doing that to just give it to one stadium the entire time. Yeah. It's like the same thing with the Super Bowl. They rotate where that game's played based off who's investing and everything like that. So, I mean, here's the thing. The sport is going more towards a professional style with the playoff system. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for viewership, but like a lot of rule changes, they have ruined the postseason. I feel like there's got to be some kind of middle ground here where we can still make it enjoyable for the casual fan. And even people who are fans of teams, like as a huge Penn State fan, I wasn't reluctant to watch the bowl game because I wanted to see how these young guys would play, but I wasn't that excited for it. I'm like, okay, we're not playing for anything. There's nothing we get out of this other than, oh, hey, we got to win. So, yeah. Okay. Enough of the depressing stuff because we do have the college football playoff quarterfinals coming up, and pretty much every single matchup that we have is an absolute banger. So the one thing we're going to do in this episode of the FallBall Five, so we're going to talk about the records first, but we always do that. Now, with that comeback from Georgia Tech, yours truly was able to have yet another tie with Hunter.
That's crazy.
This is never going to change.
I want it coming
Missouri down. And Georgia Tech won.
I want it coming down to the national championship, and you guys have to pick opposite teams, and I want it coming down.
We're going to have to flip a coin for that one to see who gets it, if that's what it comes down to. Because I'm not – or we just do like – and, yeah, we had some issues with this in the offseason, but like the closest score.
Yeah, like
no, I'm not doing closest score with Noah. I'm not doing it.
We'll set the ground rules ahead of time. I'll sign a contract, and therefore I cannot complain about it. But we're going since it is the FallBall Five, we are doing Arizona, who is a 2.5-point favorite against SMU. That is going to be the non-college football playoff. Both of these teams are solid football teams. This is the Holiday Bowl. It's actually the last bowl game that is scheduled. So Arizona, 2.5-point favorites against SMU. Who are you guys on?
SMU. I'm assuming Jennings is playing, probably, for SMU. I'm going to take SMU.
Give me Azarona, baby.
Pick them.
Give me Noah Fafita and the Wildcats in this game.
This is where I take over. There's 1 point to Hunter.
I do want to say the fact that Noah knows the name of the Arizona's quarterback makes you a total sicko.
Bro, he's a stud.
I have no idea. I have zero clue who that is.
Okay, I'm number one, college ball knower, and two, I play college football.
Yeah,
I play that game.
That's true. That's true.
Also, Arizona were a 9-3 football team this year. They were like 10-2 2 years ago. This guy's been their quarterback. He reminds me of Kyler Murray, but like a crappier version of Kyler Murray. Bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, as always, going in order of largest spread to smallest spread, we start with the national title favorites, Ohio State Buckeyes taking on the Miami Hurricanes in what I saw was the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
Are we all on Ohio State? Do we even got to talk about this?
There's a storm brewing, and guess what? Ohio State's going to beat that storm.
Oh, man, I thought you were taking the U. Yeah, and it's last time I checked it was 9.5.
Sitting at 9.5. Over under is 40.5. Now, I'm not going to recommend people actually go for the spread in this game because 9.5 is a lot of points for a team to just like. Miami's still a very, very good football team. Their defensive line is going to give Ohio State problems, and we saw Julian Sands struggle in that Big Ten championship game against a good defensive line because they were able to get pressure on him. Now, this game is going to be a controlled environment, and Ohio State's also going to be able to get pressure on Carson Beck. He's going to make mistakes. Ohio State's going to win this football game. But, Hunter, you were talking about a storm. Pretty sure this is in Arlington, Texas, at the Cowboys Stadium. So weather is not going to have any role to play here. No storms, nothing.
I don't think you understand what I was saying.
I was taking it literally. It was a joke.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Yeah, I like the Buckeyes, and I like them to cover. And I also like the under, which is crazy.
This game rings like 24-14 or something.
Yeah, I forget what I said last week. I think I said 27-6, and I like 31-6, something like that. I like that.
Yeah. You are
I think
spot on
Ohio
there.
State wins big. I think they win big.
So a play that people might be able to get behind. What do you guys think the team total is for the Miami's is 14.5. Would you guys take the under on that?
Yes.
I'd probably take the under on that. So then they have Ohio State set at what, 26 and a half?
It's probably
24.
No, because the spread's at 40, so it's got to be 26.
So they set them.
Oh, yeah. That's weird because
Ohio State is set at 24.5, and Miami, Florida is set at 14.5.
Should be 39. What? Yeah. 39?
So those usually never add up.
Okay.
That's dumb.
What okay, so question for you here. The totals are a half point. How would they ever add up to what the total is?
It should at least add up to like the 40.
So the way those are set is what people are betting on, and they would never put like a 25.5 because that's not an even
how
number.
betting works.
I got it.
All right. That's fine. So we're all in Ohio State. Do we think Miami makes a game out of this? Like we're stressing this in the fourth quarter?
No.
Okay. All right. We got the largest spread and probably not the most perplexing spread, but one that I know a lot of people will either be on one side or the other, not middling this whatsoever. Indiana 7-point favorites against Alabama in the Rose Bowl.
I definitely have the Hoosiers, but I might take Bama plus 7.
Yeah, I agree. From what I've heard, because I think the McAfee show is going to be there, if I'm remembering correctly. I heard there's supposed to be a ton of rain, like some really crappy weather in this game.
Wait, you're joking, right?
Is this the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rain coming this weekend?
Yes.
I'm double checking that because that makes me love Indiana that much more because Alabama has a negative running game. It is one of the worst in the FBS.
I'm just thinking that the weather and the sloppiness of it, I think they keep it close. I think Indiana wins. I like Indiana, but I think Bama might cover.
Pasadena on Thursday is 100% chance of rain, 60 degrees, and thunderstorming.
Yes.
Yeah, give me Indiana in this one. I think I'm going to take their spread too because.
Were you leaning Bama at all? And the rain is what convinced you into Indiana?
Okay. I was leaning. No, this was a spread conversation. Also, if the weather was perfect, Indiana has struggled against the only competent teams they played. I saw a statistic the other day that their winning margin against bad teams was like 30 plus. And their winning margin against teams ranked inside the top 30 in the FBI, which includes Penn State, was 2.5 points. So
yeah,
that's
struggle. What I'm saying. Winning team.
No, I get that. Well, okay,
I wouldn't say that's struggling.
We're talking about a spread right now.
That's why I'm saying Bama. I think Bama covers in this game.
Yeah, I would have said that before you told me about the weather. But Alabama has 0 run game. Ryan Williams is a dweeb, and roll Hoosiers.
Roll Hoosiers. Okay. All right.
Hunter, you said Indiana as well.
Listen, we're just giving money line picks. That's for our FallBall Five.
Yeah.
I just like to put it out there sometimes that, I think the rain they muck it up a little bit. I think it could be a close game. I think Indiana wins.
That's called Big Ten football. The SEC ain't ready for that.
Yeah, it's true. Give me the Big Ten over the SEC.
Okay. Speaking of the SEC, we got a SEC slop fest right here going down. Ole Miss versus the Georgia Bulldogs. And this is, what is this? The All-State Sugar Bowl.
Give me Georgia. Give me the Dogs.
Yeah, I'll take Georgia.
I'll take Georgia as well. No, I'm not taking Ole Miss, but give me the over in this game. It's 55.5. It's 55.5. This game's going to end 35-28.
I mean, Ole Miss rolled against Tulane, did they not?
Yeah.
Tulane.
Also, this game in the regular season,
terrible.
Just so everyone knows, this game was played in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a 7-point game, 8-point game. Georgia won. So it was highly competitive in the regular season.
Yeah.
At Georgia's hometown. So
yeah, the spread scares me, but give me Kirby Smart over what has he been coaching Ole Miss for 3 weeks? Whoever their coach is.
Ole Miss, Yeah, it's been
give me Georgia.
one game.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last game, this is one where I know we're going to be split a little bit down the middle. Oregon versus Texas Tech, the 4-5 matchup, closest spread of the weekend in the Orange Bowl. Bernsey, you're on Tech, aren't you?
Yeah. Listen, I sent you guys a parlay earlier. I think I sent that to you guys where it's 2.5 right now. So I alt spread it at Tech 3.5, but I like Tech winning this game, to be honest.
I like the Ducks.
See, this game is a little
difficult. Jump on my side, Noah. Do it. I know you want to. I can tell.
The issue right now...
Let me catch that dub. Take his side. Let me catch that dub.
The problem is you might, like, even if I take Oregon, we might not win this because I don't know if Oregon can block Tech's front on defense. And the issue with Oregon is their entire team has been limping into this point. Like, they might be getting everyone healthy at the right time, which is why I am going to pick Oregon. But this does actually worry me, and I think Tech is probably like the best team that could make the upset this week. Upset, even though it's
Bernsey, you know what that pick means? You know what that pick from Noah means?
He's scared
to lose me. He's scared.
Who is Phil on?
Okay, so Phil's picks, he's on Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana, Georgia, and SMU.
I will gladly be on Texas Tech by myself. Gladly.
Yeah, you're the only one. You're by yourself there, and I'm by myself with Arizona. So did I? Wait,
sweet.
Hunter, am I sided with you on the only one that's going to dictate if we're separate is that Arizona SMU game?
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting. The thing about it, though, is I'm not scared of anything. I'm just picking who I think is going to win. That's it. That's all this segment is.
You thought for a while there. You thought for a while on that Oregon Georgia Tech game. You have plenty of time before the pod to pick that.
Hey, Texas Tech, all right? And also, no, I'm just trying to give our listeners a little bit more in depth if they want to know some things. Texas Tech's got a scary defensive front and a darn good offensive line. Oregon is really injured right now.
And where do you win right now? This time of year, where do you win? You win in the trenches. That's right, Noah.
Yeah.
That's why you take Tech.
But also, Oregon is new school Big Ten football, ground and pound. And they have been really good in the Big Ten. They adopted the style really quickly.
Can I also say I despise Dan Lanning with every fiber of my being.
Why? He's a
prick.
Dan Lanning is just Kirby Smart. Just a taller Kirby Smart.
He's the biggest prick ever, but
did you see him taking bumps after the Penn State game?
I mean, you see him. His eyes are this big. He's a freak, and I can't stand him. So give me Tech, and I cannot wait. This is the game I'm most excited for sure.
Hunter, this won't mean anything to you, but Tech has, I can't remember if it's one of their highest donors. I got to double check what he actually is to their program. I believe, he's okay. American businessman. So he gives Tech all their NIL money. His name is Cody Campbell.
We went to school with Cody Campbell. How about it?
We went to school with Cody Campbell. But okay, that's the end of our college football segment. We are now going to shift into the NFL. Now, all of our conversations, and I do have a lot here when it comes to playoff breakdowns and stuff. It's not too crazy. And also, you guys can comment. We're going to have some discussions off of what happened this past week. I'm only going to talk about things that actually mattered. Now, we're going Thursday night. Wait till I'm done saying everything, then you guys chip in. Okay. So Lions,
that's too much.
Lions fully eliminated from playoff contention. Not much of a conversation. Goff, 5 turnovers. Same way their season ended last year. It ended this year. It would not have mattered though. The Packers lost, so I guess they were still technically alive. If they would have won this game. But regardless, Texans, good win for them. Move ahead of the Chargers in my bad. In wildcard contention because the Jaguars are going to win that division. Ravens keep their season alive. Steelers keep Ravens season alive. We're going to get into that. Okay. Jaguars bolstered their lead. Like I said, on the AFC South, they have that wrapped up. Patriots win the AFC East. with the Bills losing as well.
To the birds, baby. All you Patriots fans out there, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. So we had a lot of controversy Sunday and Monday night. Now the Niners take over the 1 seed for will have a chance for the 1 seed for the time being after they beat the Bears, and the Bears are out of 1 seed contention. The Rams now cannot win the division. They couldn't have the other night with the Niners winning, but now they could drop even further in the wild card rankings. They could be I believe they could be 5 or 6 at this point in time. I do have everything written down as they lose to the Falcons on Monday night. And then just like what's going on here, and this is going to be another interesting thing because I'm sure you guys have heard this. The Buccaneers lose another game, this time to the Miami Dolphins, actually leaving the doors open to even if they win, they can miss the playoffs.
Yep.
Because
crazy.
if the Falcons win against the Saints, but here's the thing, they won't know.
Oh, they played the night before.
Panthers play the night before, so Panthers are still playing to win. They're still playing to win.
Yeah, both are playing to win. Panthers win, it's all said and done. If the Bucs win, it all comes down to 1 o'clock, I believe is the time for this game.
I think so.
Yeah, 1 o'clock in Atlanta with the New Orleans Saints taking on the Falcons. So,
although don't rule out the Saints, man. I mean, Tyler Shuck has been balling as of recently.
Yeah, that's going to be a game.
He has been balling. Like everyone's looking down on the Saints. I mean, I know both their running backs are injured. Yeah. They have an okay defense, and Tyler Shuck's balling. I mean, Chris Olave's been putting up numbers recently. He's finally healthy for like 5 games straight, knock on wood. But they're looking dangerous. I mean, I wouldn't, if I was the Falcons, I would not look at this as an easy win. I mean, I know you're hyped coming off of a Rams victory, but that's all due to the defense. I mean, the defense and Bijan, I should say. There was 1 pick six and almost another pick six. Bijan put up, did he clear 200 yards? I think he cleared 200
scrimmage
yards. Yes. 200 yards of scrimmage, yeah. He almost hit 200 just rushing. So, with that being said, Steelers. Now, okay, I will say, just a little bit, not that you didn't have 60 minutes to take care of it ahead of time, that you got to call pass interference in the end zone on that 4th down. Like, it doesn't get more obvious than that of you pinning a guy's shoulders down as he tries to jump. Like, officiating has been a story around the league for a while now of just inconsistencies from call to call, from drive to drive. That's a drive that matters. Now, the NFL gets exactly what it wants, though, in terms of TV business. Because now we get one of the most heated rivalries in all of the NFL with the Ravens and Steelers taking on one another on Sunday Night Football. In Week 18. They set this up. Let's be real here. They set up one of the best matchups of the year. When's the last time it came down to the last week of the season for the division? Is that like 2016, 2017 between these two teams?
I don't know. I have so much to say about this, and
let's hear it. Let's hear the Mike Tomlin rant.
Keep it PG. Also, we're not getting a segment that's just all Mike Tomlin hate.
NSFW Mike Tomlin. Let's go.
NSFW.
Well, there's a lot I have to say about this. So part A is, I think the reason the Steelers lost this game is because they don't have their best weapon, DK Metcalf. Going back to last year when the Seahawks played the Lions, there was a report from, I forget who it was, Jay Glazer, that's who it was. He said that there were apparently some racial things said to DK dating back to last year. DK had requested this fan be removed, and he was not removed from the stadium.
Is this the same fan?
Yes, same fan. Going back to last year, not removed, nothing done by the NFL, nothing at all. So there's that. So none of the racial or anything of that nature was said this year in the matchup where obviously you saw the video where DK swung at the fan and whatever. So the fact that he was suspended 2 games I thought was kind of crazy. And especially
it should have been one.
It should have been one, and
should have been one.
Fine.
Yeah. So now we're without our best receiver, and this is it. It's mostly Omar Khan's fault, the Steelers GM, that we have not gotten another competent receiver.
You got Adam Thielen.
Yeah, listen, I love Adam Thielen. And you go back, if you go to the wine section at your local liquor store, when it says exciting whites, okay? Adam Thielen.
But it also says 20 years aged.
Yeah. I love Adam Thielen, okay? I will never talk bad about Adam Thielen. I loved him. Fun fantasy player to have through the years. But he is not DK Metcalf.
No.
So we have to go into this game in Cleveland with basically nobody to throw the ball to.
Well, will Austin be back?
Calvin Austin is also injured, and I don't think he will be back next week.
He was your two. If you took, I forget what the stat was, but your two leading wide receivers. I mean, you guys, the Steelers didn't have a wide receiver catch the ball the first half.
Bro.
Single catch from a wide receiver the first half.
So we pay Pat Freiermuth over $10 million. I'm not sure the exact amount, but we pay him over $10 million, I believe, per year, and we don't target him. He's one of our best.
That last drive, they went right down the field with him, and then they threw 3 straight passes to MVS. It was like they were told to lose the football game. Kyle Duggar could have easily picked off the ball where they scored the touchdown. He literally looked up at it and ducked. I swear, dude, watching this game made me think that they got a phone call to lose the game on purpose. It was very obvious.
I want our listeners to know, I hear from Noah constantly that the NFL is fixed, the officiating is terrible, they fix it for ratings, and I always disagree. Constantly. Every weekend I disagree with him. And this game specifically made me want to agree with him. That's how bad it was.
They have to disclose it. Train as Bernsey, but I will say, if we ever get famous, we'll do some Reddit leaked group chats, and I'm just gonna send you guys a screenshot of us three's group chat of Noah talking about the refs.
Okay. Yeah. I told you guys this before. The conspiracy is not that they fix the games for teams or like specific outcomes usually. It is like last night. If that game plays out like it normally does, they don't throw a flag. Like when you throw a flag on big plays for one team and you don't do it for the other, obviously you're trying to withhold scoring from the team that's favored. The point is to keep a game interesting as long as humanly possible. Now for the Eagles-Bills game, there were a couple bad calls that went in the Eagles' favor just to start that game. When the Eagles got the lead, the refs started hurting the Eagles to keep the Bills in the game. Therefore, it was an interesting game the entire time through. You lose money, not from certain teams winning. You lose money because eyes are off the TV screen. It is about
people
TV
turn
ratings,
the game off.
Not about outcomes. It's about ratings. So if you keep more eyes on the game and keep it interesting, like last night's game where the Rams probably should have won by 21, and it looked like Stafford skied 2 throws on purpose when he hasn't done that all year, you got to ask yourself, is he really that bad against a Falcons secondary that's trash?
I'm not going that far. No, I'm not going as far as a quarterback is intentionally throwing an interception.
You don't think the players have any say in this whatsoever?
No.
Like they don't. You think they just play bad on purpose?
Normally, I would
tell
Noah.
I don't think they play bad on purpose, Noah. That's the insane thing to say.
The Falcons secondary is trash, and Stafford, who's an MVP front runner.
People have bad games.
Yeah. Normally, I would tell Noah, shut up. You're a total idiot. And then I watched Aaron Rodgers throw a fade ball to Marquez Valdez-Scantling 3 plays in a row when the game was on the line. And now I kind of think maybe that this is all a little fixed for ratings. Because now the Steelers have to go in Week 18 against Baltimore, division on the line, and we're without our best player. And we're going to lose. I'll be honest. The Ravens going to lose.
The Ravens making the playoff are better for ratings than the Steelers.
We are going to lose. I would bet my life.
I would like to state that I am not in on this NFL is fully fixed.
I didn't say fully fixed.
Theory Noah is.
I don't think they determine the outcome of every game.
I think that there's some collusion. But the stuff that we're talking about right now, madness. Matthew Stafford is not getting a phone call and saying, I agree. Skying the ball and throwing a pick six. It's not happening. It's just not happening. It would take a lot you would have to put me down in front of Matthew Stafford and him show me the recording of that phone call for me to believe it.
Yeah.
I'm not believing it, but off the rough topic.
That's a different story. I don't actually believe that. I was just messing.
The last thing I'll say about it is
not the players.
The last thing I'll say about the Steelers game is This is a 100%. This is a Mike Tomlin special that they typically lose every year to a garbage team that they shouldn't lose to. And I think you guys probably saw on Twitter the stats. The last 5 times the Steelers have played a team that was 8 games below 500 or worse, they've lost. Dating back 5 years. They lost to the Lions the one year. They tied the Lions the one year when they were 0-8. They lost to the 2-10 Patriots. They lost to the 2-10 Cardinals. And there was a few other teams in there, I forget. But Mike Tomlin consistently underperforms when he plays and coaches against teams that are significantly worse. And he does not deserve. If I go to work every day, I work at a hoagie shop, okay? If I sucked at my job for 5 years, and he sucked for longer than that, he sucked for 15 years. If I was this bad for a year, I would have been fired a long time ago. So I don't know why he's still employed. It makes me sick to my stomach. I'm sure, Phil, if you're listening, you understand my pain. And I'm done ranting.
I would not say that Mike Tomlin sucks.
He is the worst.
It's time for the Steelers and Mike Tomlin to depart because Mike Tomlin, once he reaches a 500 record, just puts his head in the sand and prays. Listen,
9-8 isn't good enough. Okay,
it's his coordinator hires. His hiring. He's a good head coach, but the assistant coaching hiring, OC, has been something he has not been able to get right for like 5 years now. Arthur Smith should not,
or defensive coordinator.
Do you guys know how pedophiles aren't allowed around like schools and stuff like that and churches and stuff where children are? Arthur Smith should not be allowed near a football field.
That's a
I agree.
Crazy comparison.
He sucks. Is terrible.
Crazy comparison. There's so many other things that you could have compared that to.
It's the one people resonate with the most. He should be that far away from a football field. That's how bad of an OC he is.
Did you watch the Steelers game on Sunday?
I watched it. Yeah.
My 3-year-old nephew could think of a better play than throwing a fade to Marquez Valdes-Scantling 3 straight plays.
Well, but there's also a play where the Steelers are 4th and inches, and we've had actually pretty good success with, we call it the Spartan play, but it's our version of the tush push. Okay. So it's 4th and inches, and we call it the Spartan because Connor Hayward is who runs it up the middle. He went to Michigan State. Instead of on 4th and inches running the tush push, I can barely say this with a straight face.
This is disgusting.
We ran on 4th and inches a go ball to Scotty Miller. This isn't a joke, Hunter.
I remember.
I am dead serious.
I remember.
4th and inches, a go ball to Scotty Miller. That's the most despicable thing I've ever seen in my life. Arthur Smith, he's as bad as a coordinator as Mike Tomlin is.
When you guys are 4th and inches, this is what we should see on the football field from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's all you should see from Aaron Rodgers.
He should not be on the football field also so they can have an extra guy. Did they have him on for that Connor Hayward play?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I will say, about Steelers. I'm sorry.
There's only one guy that can throw in crunch time to Scotty Miller, and it's just Tom
Brady. Yeah.
That's the only guy that can throw to Scotty Miller in crunch time. For some reason, he caught a lot of important passes from Tom Brady in crunch time.
He did?
Okay, so playoff scenarios here. AFC, if all goes well, and most of these teams should win. Like I'll check the matchups as I say this. Like the Denver Broncos should have the number 1 seed wrapped up currently. They play the Chargers, who are resting.
They're resting Herbert. Yeah.
That is why the spread is 12.5 for Denver. So Denver is probably going to play their starters for about half this game, get a sizable lead, and their defense can take care of it. They might even be able to win with their backups against the Chargers backups. So Broncos have the 1 seed wrapped up. That means, and I don't think there's any way the Patriots can blow their 2 seed, but Patriots will be the 2 seed in the AFC. They play the Dolphins at home. Still something to play for there. It's not a gimme. Jaguars should be the 3 seed. The 4 is firmly the Steelers or the Ravens at this point in time.
The Ravens. It'll be the Ravens.
Yeah. The 5 seed will be the Texans. Just from the Chargers resting their starters, they are pretty much playing for the 7 seed at this point. The Buffalo Bills play the Jets at home. So the Bills will be the 6 seed and the Chargers will be the 7 seed. Now, the NFC has a lot more weird scenarios that can happen here. So I'm going to say what is the most realistic. The Seahawks play the 49ers at 8 o'clock Saturday night. The winner of that game will more than likely be the 1 seed. Actually, they are the 1 seed. So
they are the 1 seed, yeah.
Winner of that game is the 1 seed. The Bears are firmly locked up in the 2 seed right now. The Eagles are firmly locked up in the 3 seed. The Panthers or Bucks will be the 4 seed, so very much like the AFC is the NFC. The 5 seed could either be the Niners or the Seahawks, so the loser of that game. But funny enough as well, the Niners could be the 1 seed or the 6 seed when next week is over.
That's crazy.
That is if the Rams win and the Niners lose to the Seahawks. I believe the Rams take the place of the Niners, take the 5 seed. Is that how that works? No, that doesn't make sense because the Rams, from what I was looking at, can't have the 5 seed.
I actually think because the Rams lost, they're the 6 seed.
Yeah, my bad. The Rams look like they're locked up in the 6th, and the Packers are indeed locked up in the 7th. There are no teams outside of playoff contention, outside of the Buccaneers and the Ravens that can make the playoffs at this current point in time. All of these teams are pretty much playing each other for playoff spots. So you have that. Now, the biggest news that we saw come out of today, and we could talk about playoff scenarios if we want, Stephon Diggs. Is he out for the year now? Is he going to play? Like, what is going on
here? If I read correctly, the arraignment happens the weekend before the AFC Championship game or the week of the AFC Championship game. So if he does get convicted and does get charged, he will not be in the AFC Championship game.
I just looked up Diggs on Twitter. Trayvon Diggs got waived by the Cowboys.
Yeah. And if you read the comment section, they say that he should take his next signing bonus and put it towards a lawyer for his brother.
Yeah, bad day to be a Diggs.
Are they? I thought they were cousins.
They're cousins, but
okay, that's
hilarious. What the comment said.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I mean, talk about DeCalin Metcalf getting a 2-game suspension for pushing a fan that was racist. And then we've got a guy that's getting convicted for strangling someone.
Might be a convicted felon.
His private chef?
I didn't read the details.
I just looked at it. Okay, I'll read the paragraph. On December 2nd at Diggs' Dedham, Massachusetts home, his former private chef, Mila Adams, whatever it is, accused the New England Patriots star of slapping her face and choking her with his elbow during an argument over a month's unpaid wages.
That's crazy.
Imagine being an NFL player and that's what you're doing.
I gotta be real though. I'm a big innocent until proven guilty guy.
Yes.
This man's guilty as all heck. He's a horrible person.
People will make
he's dating Cardi B. So yeah.
People will make up anything to get rich. Like if they think they can get away with it, they will make up anything. That's why we're not getting into politics stuff. Never mind. Scratch what I was going to say.
Hey, we are a non-political based sports podcast now, all right?
But
that was just going to be a law thing. I was just going to say that people should get charged with the same amount of jail time for falsely accusing someone that that person would have gotten.
Well, that's not political.
For what they were charged for. So, like, whatever Stephon Diggs would have gotten for strangling this girl, if it is proven false and she made it up, then she should get the same amount of jail time that Stephon Diggs would have gotten.
I agree.
All right, I have another one to raise you on right now. Professional athletes should serve the same amount of jail time as a normal person on the street.
Well, that's just being a rich person.
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with NFL.
Oh, no, but I'm just saying, like, these professional athletes, like Kareem Hunt should not touch the NFL playing field ever again.
That's what happens when you have a ton of money and you can get good lawyers and you can pay people off. That's what settlements are.
I know,
and that's not an NFL player thing. That's a rich person thing.
Yeah, I know. It's a rich person thing. I'm just saying, on that same standard, we should hold our players accountable. Like, if it's found that Diggs just paid them off and he actually was guilty, like, I don't like Stephon Diggs anymore.
Well, he'll be allowed to play because in the NFL, you're allowed to be a felon or a total scumbag. But if you attempt to punch a fan in the face, you're suspended 2 games, and your favorite team's season is ruined.
Well, listen, you can't do it on TV.
We live in.
If DK did it off camera, I bet he would have gotten away with it.
I still think 2 games for that's ridiculous. Like, 1 game makes so much sense. But are they trying to get it overturned? I know the 2 game was, or the first game was it both games that got up?
I think it was both games.
I'm pretty sure it got upheld. So bet Ravens, and they cover for sure.
Also, the Steelers did not take away Metcalf's guarantees. I just saw that, so he is.
Wow.
Probably because they know the fan is a scumbag.
So I'm going to be very interested to see what comes out with this investigation, because I know that there's an ongoing current investigation with this fan. I've heard
the NFL.
They've confirmed that's the same fan that was giving him problems in another stadium. Like, how is he? I'm pretty sure he's going to get banned from stadiums now. But how do you, like, 1 game I get to set a standard,
crazy,
but for the rest of the regular season from a guy that was harassing you previously in stadiums?
When playoffs are on the line,
yep.
I mean.
Listen, the Steelers,
I agree,
should beat the Browns without DK, regardless.
Is it an underground Ravens fan?
No matter what we're saying,
I've seen that too. No,
it still does not excuse what DK did.
Yeah,
stupid though. He didn't even punch him. He went like this to push.
It doesn't matter. He should not be interacting with this guy, even though this guy's
fan deserved it.
Maybe he deserved it, but DK's got to know better. He's got to know better.
He is making like $30 million a year to catch a football.
Yeah, if you're making that much money a year with $42 million guaranteed next year, you can sit behind me and call me whatever you want. I'm not flinching. I'm not flinching.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our best bets and stuff.
Yeah, let's move on.
We all ready for our best bets and underdogs, boys?
Yep.
Okay, so we have update on the units. Burnsy, bad week from you. Lost both units, only up 1 now. Bad week from Phil, lost both units, only up 3.9. Now, Hunter and I are the only two to have hit bets. We hit our underdogs last week. Hunter, with ease, hit the Texans. I know that game got close a little bit later, but Texans took care of business. And I took care, unfortunately, of the Cleveland Browns. Unfortunately, I saw that one coming.
And then I had the worst overpick of all time in this Eagles-Bills game that ended with almost half of my overpick. So
hey, mine was really bad too. I picked over 45.5 in the Bucs-Dolphins game, and the Bucs literally couldn't score to save their lives until the last 10 minutes of the game, or 2 minutes. Bad for both of us there on our best bets. Now, still a little bit of the season left. We're going to be doing this through the playoffs as well. So Hunter and I will have a chance to catch Phil in the season-long challenge. Burnsley is just playing for fun at this point.
We're going to have to hit some long shots.
Now, I am a trendsetter this week, and I usually go last. So I'm going to go first. I also didn't say I'm down 9.4. Hunter's down 9.5. So I am not in last place anymore. My bets. I'll say Phil's first. He took Steelers again. He's just a classic Steelers guy. Plus 3.5 at minus 115. Not a bad bet. This is going to be a close game. It still is in Pittsburgh, and the Ravens still aren't great. And he is taking the Saints plus 154 as his underdog.
Actually,
as his best bet.
Okay,
that was his underdog.
Underdog.
Wait, what was the Steelers pick?
3.5. Best bet.
Okay.
And mine. So I'm going to start off here. I think we are going to avoid all controversy whatsoever on Saturday. Is there any world in which a Bucs team that has lost 4 or 5 straight games should ever be favored against this Panthers team? I don't think so. Why are they favored?
No idea.
I would gladly take the Panthers here 9 times out of 10. So give me the Panthers as my best bet. And I am going to be a trendsetter on this podcast today. All right?
Wait, Panthers as your underdog or best bet?
Best bet. Oh, underdog. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, my best bet, I am a trendsetter. Okay? No one's ever told me that, but I'm saying that. So, for the first time this year, for my best bet, I am taking a parlay. My parlay is going to be 2 legs. I am going to take Seahawks money line because I just think they're better than the 49ers and they are playing for the number 1 overall seed. Give me Sam Darnold 250 plus passing yards in this same game parlay. So Seahawks money line, Darnold 250 plus passing.
So let's get this straight. Now, yeah. I don't have room to talk because I'm minus 9 points.
I'm right there with you. What's up?
So you're down 9 units.
Yeah.
You're going for the long shot of smacking a lay.
It's probably only like plus 150.
It's plus 260.
Okay.
And I really like it because the Niners secondary is garbage, and Smith and Jigba could clear 250 on his own.
All right. Well, I don't have much to say about my underdogs because I had the same thought process as Noah. Give me the Panthers. It's insane to me that the Bucs are favored. I understand they're at home. Bryce Young, whenever his career's on the line, turns into a prime Drew Brees. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. For my best bet, I did it to him last time when they had a huge spread. I'm doing it again. Give me Colts plus 10.5.
Rivers, from what I heard, is not starting. So
yeah, it's Riley Leonard.
I don't know why he wasn't starting the last 2 games, but yeah, here he is now.
All right. Can someone look up I forget who Dallas plays on Sunday?
Dallas plays the Giants, 3.5 points.
Yeah, that being only 3.5 is crazy. So my best bet is Dallas minus 3.5.
Are they playing their whole starting team?
I would assume they don't have anything to play for. I would guess they're playing everyone.
That's fair.
The Giants are terrible. And for my underdog, I've said a lot of stuff during this pod. A lot of I hate Mike Tomlin. A lot of the Steelers season is done. And I refuse to give up. My underdog pick, give me the Steelers to win outright and make the playoffs.
This is still a crazy line, though. It's
3.5 is too much.
We lost Hunter. But hey, guys, thanks for tuning into another episode of the FallBall Fellas. We got a lot of ball this weekend, college football playoff semifinals, quarterfinals, not semifinals. And then we got the NFL playoff picture taking form this weekend with a few huge games. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bernsey, what do you got to say?
Hope everyone had a good Christmas. I know I had a great one. First one with my current girlfriend. It was a blast. And I'm excited to ring in the new year with her as well. I hope everyone has a good new year. And go Steelers. I have no hope, but I do have hope at the same time.
Go Steelers.